Welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish, and thank you for tuning in. Apologize for the 2-week layover. Unfortunately, I was sick last week, and before that, just had a whole bunch of things going on. So unfortunately, we were off for 2 weeks, but we're back, and thank you for tuning in. Had tested negative for both the flu and COVID. I was a little scared there, but just some kind of nasty virus that's going around, but seems like a lot of my coworkers and myself got it, but yeah, thank you for tuning in, and we're here. Got a lot of stuff that happened in that 2-week absence, so got some stuff to cover. It should be interesting. Before I get too involved, I want to let everybody please prayers going out to everybody who was affected by tornadoes. If you get a chance, please, donate to redcross.org. Please donate to Red Cross. Tornadoes affected at least Kentucky, West Tennessee, Arkansas, Missouri, Illinois, and I think one other state. But it was pretty intense here for a little while, but we're fine. We got through it unscathed, thankfully. Just a little bit of wind and some thunderstorms. But I was laying in bed on, December 10th, I think it was, and when the alarm sounded here, because we have tornado sirens here, siren sounded, and my phone alarm started going off with the national weather alert going off, so I had to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I sleep with my phone underneath my pillow, and that woke me up at close to 10:30. I think it was 10:28. So we kind of gathered everybody into the living room and watched the weather, and local station here, I should say, and we lucked out. We're in Gibson County, Tennessee, and the storm passed just northwest of us. There was a tornado that touched down in New Bern, which isn't too far from here. I know Dyersburg and Dyers. They were all affected. New Bern had some real significant damage. So if you can please donate, I know it's tough during the holidays, but at least say a little prayer for some of the individuals that were affected by the tornadoes that came down. That's a real oddity for December for tornadoes in this area. So that kind of caught us off guard, but yeah, that was some tense moments. I was up until about midnight watching the news with my family and waiting for everything to kind of die down. And luckily, everything just kind of passed right north of us. So we're good. Thanks for any concern or thoughts. Thank you, but definitely there's still a lot of damage that was done in Kentucky and a lot of people there that need help. So if you have some money, please feel free to contribute to the various tornado funds that are out there, relief funds. Probably the safest one is Red Cross, because I know there are a lot of scams going around right now, and you gotta be careful. So be careful. But like I said, the safest is usually Red Cross to donate to. So yeah. Get that out of the way. Had a great birthday on the 15th. Thanks to everybody that made that possible. Got some awesome coworkers that made me a little cake and whatnot, and it was really cool. So thank you guys out there. And I worked with some awesome people, and my family did some things at home too, which was really awesome. So let's dive into what's going on here. Like I said, a lot of stuff happened in the world of wrestling in kind of my 2-week absence here, but let's take a look at what did happen. Boy, a lot. Boy, the whole Jeff Hardy thing. Jeff Hardy, obviously, everybody's probably seen the video clip of him leaving a match, kind of midway through a match, and then getting released the next day. So that was really interesting. I just hope and pray that he's not relapsing. I had the opportunity several years ago when he was with TNA to meet him, and I actually didn't take the opportunity because I knew he was using at the time, and I really didn't want to see him like that. I didn't really want to be with him, but I did get to see him in a match, and I did get to see him interact with some fans, and he was, despite any issues that he was having at the time, he was ridiculously gracious with his fans, and a real sincere, honest, genuine person, and he acted like a great guy. Like I said, despite all of his issues, he cares intensely for his fans, and I just hope that that if he does have any issues, he seeks help. I mean, obviously Matt Hardy and his wife have come out with statements regarding the matter, so hopefully they're true, and hopefully there's nothing else going on. Maybe you guys just burnt out. I don't know. I mean, traveling 300 days a year will do that to you, so I'm just hoping and praying that that's all it is fatigue, and that that he's fine mentally, physically, spiritually. Hopefully he's good. So like I said, prayers going out to Jeff Hardy, and hoping that everything's good there on the Hardy front. I had our ROH had its last show, at least for a while. I don't know what their plans are. I don't know what their strategy is going to be. It was really cool seeing FTR and Braun Strowman show up at that show. That was definitely really cool. Good way to send them out, and I know they had a lot of video packages of people who gave their wishes to the organization. I mean, Ring of Honor was never a big attraction, but if you look at their alumni, I mean, they have a very rich history, and I mean, just look at some of the people who have made their way through Ring of Honor. You look at the CM Punks, the Seth Rollins, the Kevin Owens, the Samoa Joe, the list, Jay Lethal, the list goes on and on and on. So it's sad seeing that go, but at the same time, hopefully, I'm still hoping that that Tony Khan kind of buys them up and takes in their video library, because I think that would be a great addition to a streaming service with them. I think that would be awesome. I apologize for the ring. I think somebody's trying to get a hold of me. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was really cool to see some of the appearances and some people paying tribute to Ring of Honor. I thought that was great. Another thing I wanted to address, I've heard some rumors about possible sale of WWE and, involving The Rock and his connection to Nick Khan. And considering the source, which from all sources I've seen, I think was Vince Russo, I don't know how reliable that is or whether or not I can trust that. So that'll be something to keep an eye out on. I don't believe it though. Yeah, that's another thing that happened, like I said, during the course of the last couple of weeks. Let's see. I mean, we had some other things going on. We had the debut of Hook, which was pretty cool. Taz's son Hook, which he looked pretty good. Fuego del Sol really sold for him very well, and made him look pretty good. So his debut came off pretty well. Obviously he's still very green. He's got a swagger about him, though, which kind of similar to his father. He's got confidence and air about him, and he carries himself very well. So one of my main concerns is his stature. He is a little bit he is smaller, which I'm not sure how that's gonna match up with some of the bigger wrestlers and some of the main attraction wrestlers. I don't know, but I mean, the guy's ripped, and he's obviously very athletic. He had some good moves, had a nice, arm drag takedown, and like I said, Fuego del Sol really sold very well for him, so it made him look like $1 million, but I'm just worried. I'm just concerned how he's going to stack up against some of the bigger guys, how he's going to look. I don't know how he's going to come off, but still, the guy for what he is and how his experience in the ring, he looked really good. And he definitely has an air and a personality and swagger about him and a good look. So I'm really interested in seeing how that progresses down the road and how things in the future progress. That should be real interesting. He's gonna pair up well, I think, with some of the roster in AEW, which tends to be a little bit smaller anyway and more indie related. So I think he's gonna do well. I think, but yeah, hopefully they don't try to put him out there for too long and expose how green he is, because he is green. But his initial debut match, he came off very well and looked good. And like I say, I mean, the guy has a way that he carries himself, which is you can't really teach. I mean, the guy has charisma, he has confidence, and I think that'll carry him far in the wrestling industry. I'm really looking forward to seeing future matches with him. I mean, I can't really talk about AEW without talking about the Bryan Danielson Hangman Adam Page match. Went for an hour on Dynamite. Great match, longest match in AEW history. Started out a little bit slow, but built speed and really did quite well. I'm a big fan of both guys. I love Hangman Adam Page. I'm really glad they put the belt on him. So I'm looking forward to his reign, and I hope they leave it on him for quite some time. But it was kind of weird, the placement of the match. I mean, having it the first match when it's a heavyweight title match and a main event, in my eyes, having that at the beginning of the show was a little weird. I'm not really sure what the strategy was with that, if they're just trying to hotshot that and try to boost ratings. Hopefully it worked, but it kind of left a weird feeling in my mouth, because I kind of felt like after the match was like, okay, time to go, kind of thing. I felt like the show was over at that point, and there was still an hour left to go on the show, with some good matches, Serena Deeb and Shida. So that was kind of weird. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if they're trying to do something with this whole draw thing, because obviously Bryan Danielson wrestled Kenny Omega to draw in a half hour, which so are they gonna try to build something with this whole draw thing with Bryan Danielson? I don't know, but I don't know if they're trying to protect him, because that keeps his record intact and he didn't lose, so it keeps him still in the top contendership. I don't know. I mean, that's something that only time will tell. But I did think that left me with kind of a weird feeling in my after watching that, because I'm interested in seeing where they go with that, and it's odd booking, to say the least. But AEW has been known for some odd booking in the past, so we'll see where that takes us. Hopefully they'll try to draw on that and try to do something with that whole draw thing and elaborate on that, and maybe Hangman Page kind of incorporate that into some into some promos or something. Hopefully that'll fuel the feud, and they can draw that out to a pay-per-view. I think that would be awesome if they do that, because I'd love to see these guys go at it again. I think that would be great. Yeah, I just lost my train. I was about to say something. I completely lost my train of thought. I apologize, but yeah, I'm liking the whole. I've been a fan of Hangman Page for a while now, and I really like his kind of brawler / technical style, which is I don't think anybody else has done before. I know people have criticized him for it, saying he should be a brawler, yada yada yada, but I like how he incorporates brawling elements with some much more technical athletic elements, and he can go for an hour-long match. So I think that makes him a complete wrestler. I really do, and I like his promos. I think he's charismatic. He might need to get a little bit smoother on his promo ability, but aside from that, I mean, I'm really liking him as heavyweight champion, and I hope they keep the belt on him. I think that'll be great. You know, overall, I kind of like that whole Winter's Coming event, and but like I said, man, that kind of left you a little. I honestly thought that I was worried that the stadium was gonna riot after that match because it went to a draw the way it did. I was kind of worried, honestly, about that. I thought they might have to bring extra security out because of that, but everything went by but the problem is everybody was exhausted after that, so the rest of the show was kind of a done deal. Another interesting thing that I kind of just listened to recently, actually, I just listened to yesterday, was the Chris Jericho interview with Jimmy Rave, and whose real name is James Michael Guffey, I believe, who died on December 12th. And if I'm not mistaken, that's his actual last recorded interview. He was wrestler, spent some time in New Japan, spent some time in Ring of Honor, in TNA. I think I recall him from TNA probably the most, because that was right around the time that I started watching TNA. Unfortunately, a while ago, he had contracted a MRSA infection, which they speculate might have been from a spider bite, because I guess apparently he had gotten a scratch, as he describes it, from working out in the yard. Might have been a spider bite, don't know. But that led to a MRSA infection, and eventually led to having both legs amputated and an arm, and because they were concerned about it spreading to his heart. So it's a real. If you get an opportunity, please listen to that interview, because it's a great interview with Chris Jericho and Jimmy Rave, and like I said, unfortunately he passed away on, I believe it was December 12th. And as to the best of my knowledge, as of this recording, there has not been a reason for death been released. So that, I don't even want to speculate on that. I don't know what happened there, just like anybody else knows what happened there. But his daughter has set up a GoFundMe page, and I definitely would encourage people to go check out the GoFundMe page. And I know it's tight during the holidays, but if you have a little bit of money, donate to that, because the interview was really inspiring. He seemed like a real upbeat guy and real inspirational guy. I mean, he had, previous to the MRSA infection, he had overcome struggles with addiction. He had actually set up, if I'm not mistaken, he had set up a clinic to combat addiction, and was really a pretty well-spoken spokesman for people to, an advocate for people to get help. So we lost a real positive influence in the world of wrestling on the 12th. So yeah, if you can help his family out, that would be great. I mean, like I said, check out the interview. Really interesting guy. Real been through obviously a whole lot of struggles and really inspiring. Unfortunately, lost his life on the 12th for reasons I have no idea. But yeah, check that out. Let's see. I mean, a lot has happened in wrestling, but I think that's about all that I had time to cover. Sorry to bring everybody down on a bad note, but you know, Christmas is coming up. I hope everybody has an awesome Christmas. You know, and if you get an opportunity, I strongly encourage everybody to check out Then and Now Flea Market in downtown Trenton. I've got some of my merchandise on sale there, so you can pick up a copy of my last CD, Menthol Memories, Whiskey Wishes. You can pick up some handmade items that my wife has made, and along with a whole lot of other things that both used and new. Some really cool stuff at some great prices down there. So once again, that's Then and Now, downtown Trenton, Tennessee. And also check out Lucky Lady Candles. Check them out on on Etsy and Facebook, and I know they're doing some events for the holidays and whatnot. If you get a chance, do a search for them on Facebook and show them some love and buy some really cool candles. I know I've purchased a couple in the past, and they're really nice. So then that's a great gift for the holidays, obviously. So yeah, check those vendors out. Check all that out. Check out crushingkayfabe.com. There you can listen to episodes, listen to back episodes, and you can there's a link for merchandise there, so you can go buy some official Crushing Kayfabe merchandise from crushingkayfabe.com, and the crushing is spelt with a K, so crushingkayfabe.com. And listen to us on Spotify, on Google Podcasts, and also on the YouTube channel. And now we have a Patreon page, so do search for Crushing Kayfabe on Patreon. And for just $1, you can get the episodes advertisement free. So unlike YouTube that places advertisements, or unlike Spotify, you can listen for no advertisements at all. So just for $1, you can get ad-free listening. So I think that's all I have to plug. Check out my website, jaygerr.com. That's JAYGERR.com. There you can get my music. You can purchase my music. You can purchase some merchandise from there, and look out for my album, which should be coming out in a few months here. So I think that's all we have. Definitely, everybody, have a great Christmas. Be safe out there, and God bless.